This video is directed directly towards buyers. So if you're sitting at home right now and you would like to buy a property and you're just really confused, worried, concerned, is this the right time to buy? I get it. Let's call a spade a spade. This is uncertain times, and it's hard for people to buy in uncertain times. But I want you to consider what I'm going to show you in this video, because this data is going to be very important and it'll help you to determine whether this is the right time for you to do something or whether not. But I want you to think, first of all, 2014, 2015, that was considered a certain time. There was confidence in the market and people were buying and prices were starting to rise, and there was a certain level of confidence that people had in our economy. And of course, look what happened. We peaked in 2015, and then we started to slide because of the whole situation with the oil and gas market. And so it just goes to show that buying in a certain period of time, where at least it's deemed to be more certainty, isn't necessarily the best time to buy. And it has been proven that the best markets to buy in are in when there's markets that are in turmoil and when there's uncertainty and there's some price softening. So let me just show you what we're dealing with right now to put it in a perspective with these stats. This is the total Calgary market, okay? Total sales, and you can see we're looking here April. This is so far, today is April the 9th, and so this is right up until April the 9th. And you can see that in April 2019, up until now, we sold 343 houses in the first 9 days in April. This year, we're at 166. So we've lost 51% in the first 9 days of April of 2020. Pretty significant drop in volume. New listings are down 59%. So there's a whole whack of sellers that are just not going on the market right now because they're concerned that this is maybe the wrong time. That being said, there's still a total of 5,736 listings. That's down about 17% total overall. Our median price has dropped just in that same time period by 1.63%. Our average price has dropped 9.71%. And pending sales, which is ones that are under contract, is down 62%. What this data shows me is that we're in a soft market, and there is definitely the people who are on the market, like if you're a seller right now, chances are pretty high that you really want to sell. And chances are pretty high that you're willing to accept an offer that's lower than maybe you would have before this whole pandemic started. And that just screams opportunity for a buyer. And I said this in a previous video, but where really good opportunity happens is when you have enough sellers that are fearful that the market is going to tank, that are willing to accept lower offers, and then there's enough fearful buyers. Well, what is a fearful buyer? Fear of missing out on an opportunity. So the buyers that are fearful of missing out on an opportunity, they meet with the fear of the sellers, and it creates a market. And quite frankly, it often stabilizes it, because when there's enough buyers' fear of missing out, they come in and they grab those perceived bargains, and the seller sells at a discount, and it stops the bleeding. And that's what happens in every market. It happens in the stock market. It happens in the real estate market. Let's look at our annual year to date, because what's interesting is we started out in 2020 quite strong. Because of that, we're actually only down 1.19% in total sales. There's no question, though, that's going to continue to soften into April as long as this pandemic is going. 11% less in new listings. Median price is actually up year over year up until now. And our average price has dropped 2.17%. Pending sales, as the last chart, is down 62%, and the days on market has actually dropped. So let me just give you this from my experience in real estate, which I've been doing for 21 years, I've been through a few of these cycles and I understand it. And I will tell you, there's hands down, as a buyer, if you're smart, there is an opportunity. Clearly, there's no sense of urgency. This market will probably stay soft for a while yet. But I think if you are considering buying and you're willing to just look for the right property at the right price, you're probably going to find it. Nobody knows if this thing will last a long time or not. It's hard to say, but I do believe that we will come out of this thing. And I 100% believe that the market will turn again. And, the majority of people will wait until the whole thing blows over and they have a certain level of confidence, and they'll wait until prices are on the rise and they'll miss the opportunity. It's a bold way of thinking, but all of the smart money always buys when the market's down. The wealthiest people have made fortunes buying when the market is down. So if you can stomach doing it and taking that chance, I believe that you'll come out the other side and you'll be grateful for it. And it might be, a couple of years or 3 or 4 years down the road, but, anybody who bought back in 2008, 2009 did really well. And that was not an easy time to be buying real estate. But the people who did it came out the other side and did quite well. Even most of those people right now in the current market conditions have actually still made a profit on their property. So consider that. And if you want to get more details about some advice on which neighborhoods in the city are holding their value the best, which I think have the most potential, which type of properties have the most potential, reach out to me and I'll be happy to do a video chat with you.